Hello procrastinators and welcome back. So today we are going to take a few moments to do what I promised what I would do last time and go over the reusable mesh stencils, the ones that you can do yourself. Dun, dun, dun. Like last week we looked at Plaid Crafts, folk art stencils, and I got some more in nails, so we'll look at that again at some point here soon. But today we are focusing on IkonArt, IkonArt. They have two different types of stencils that are the mesh reusable stencils, but these ones you get to put your own design on them. So that's why I wanted to show you this, because they're a little bit different in that regard, and they have two different films. So they just have the stencil film. See there, let it focus, come on, focus. And then they have the stencil textile film. So of course textile is more going to be your fabrics, your t-shirts, your tea towels, things of that nature, whereas the film is going to be more for your signs, whether that's wood, whether you want to put it on the front of a planter pot or something of that nature, you would use this one. So in the comments, not in the comments, in the description below, there will be a link to IkonArt. There's also a 15% off code if you use Procrastination DIY. So just keep that in mind. And I think that's it. So again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because like I said, I am getting back on track and we're going to keep this going. So now that I've said all of that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is, take a little browse around the website. So ikonartstencil.com is where you would go if you wanted to get some free resources. So of course you have a shop. You can click on About and learn a little bit more about them. They have videos that you can watch as well. FAQ, so frequently asked questions and contacts. But we're going to click on the resources tab, and then we're going to click on free artwork. From here, as you can see, they have a few here that will be pretty good starters to get you going. And we are going to pick this one here. So I have some little pots that I'm going to be planting some plants in, and so I thought this would be cute to add to them. So we are going to click on Plant a Garden, and it's to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So of course it shows you the different ways that you can use this, which is super cute, right? So from here you can download either a PDF or an SVG. I'm gonna download the PDF because I honestly tried to download the SVG and you're supposed to right click after it pops up, and it would not right click for me. So I'm gonna download the PDF, and I'm sure it's user error. So here I can just hit the download button and get what I need. So I'm going to save it to my desktop just so that we can find it for this, for these purposes. And then if I want to convert it over to an SVG, I can do that from there. So that is that on the end of getting the actual file. I'm going to open up Word. And from here, let me make this bigger. Ah, that's too big. Those are the things that go through my head. Okay, so there we go. And picture from file. And then I'm going to go to my desktop, which it's right here. So you can do it one of two ways. So you can do it where you have the plant here, or you can do it where so where you don't have the plant. So I'm going to crop. That's what I was looking for. So I'm gonna crop one of these off because I don't want them both, right? So there's my new image, and then that'll help me with my sizing, right? Because now I can see that I have a 4x2, so I can put it to the size that I want. Step in this process is once you get all of your images the way that you want them is to go ahead and print them out either on your inkjet or laser printer. Okay, so the next thing you need to know, one, there's my print off of everything. So one of the things, oh, it's not on there, so that's good, because they had their little symbol stuff at the bottom, so I was going to make sure that was off. The other thing is, I was thinking about this. I could have just did these images at the top that I initially started, and because you can cut these, you know, you don't have to use the whole sheet. You can just cut what you need. So I didn't necessarily have to do this when I thought about it, but here it is. So we're gonna print this whole thing, and I'm thinking like those little wooden like 8x1s or whatever would be good, or 8x2s even would be good for things like this. So just find different ways to use your stencils. Okay, so once you print off your sheet, if you can't print this straight to a transparency sheet, which I completely forgot about when I first started doing this video. So if you can't print this to a transparency sheet, you're gonna need to take it to like your local office supply store, which is what I'm gonna have to run out and do now, and get them to copy this onto a transparency sheet. So with that process, you're gonna take, if this was the transparency, you would have your film, and I'm trying to use things as an example. So you would have your film, and then you would have your transparency, and then in your pack comes this thicker clear sheet that you would put over top, and then you would expose it using an exposure unit. I don't have the Icon brand exposure unit yet. So what I'm using right now is just one of those UV black light kind of things, and exposing it for the 30 seconds that they suggest, and then I will take it to the sink and I will show you that part. So hopefully I'll get back before I lose my light. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's just finished being exposed. Like I said, had to get the transparency film, put the transparency film on top of the stencil paper, and put the clear sheet that they have in the stencil pack on top of that. The next thing that it tells you to do is to rinse it off. It can take anywhere from 30 seconds to a couple of minutes, depending on your water pressure, how warm your water is. I looked at something and I can't remember who I was looking at or what I was looking at, but it said something about they let their stencils soak for 30 seconds or so before they then spray. So I am trying that, and I am already seeing that, like, it's already, I can see the designs on here. So like I said, I just wanted to let that do that for a few minutes, and now I am going to, and maybe I'll do it in this direction, so hopefully you can see some of this. See if I go in a little bit, if you can see that. So I apologize, y'all, I'm trying. So as you can see some of the words already there, and now you're just going to spray it. So you're going to put it on your spray setting, and you're just going to spray it until you clean out. And from what I've seen, people just don't stay in one spot. They kind of go around the stencil until it starts to clean out what you want it to clean out. So my water is pretty warm. So I have done this where I think I've sprayed too much or it's too hot, and then I've taken more than I wanted to take away. So you just need to be careful with that. So I think that's one of the reasons people may want to move it around. You can see, I don't know if you can see, because it's kind of blurry. Why is it so blurry? Alright, so now that it's up in the light, you can see how that has cleared up some of, but I still have like down here, it's still, I still need to put the water on it. So like I said, it's just a matter of continuing to go over it until it clears the stencil completely. Okay, so now that the stencil has dried, because it takes a little while for it to dry, they say you can use a hair dryer, but it has to be 6 to 8 inches away from the stencil as you're drying it. So I did a little bit of that, but then I end up just letting it sit for a little while and it dries. So like here is the stencil. And so again, you can do this with your own by just creating whatever in Word, getting it on a transparency, burning it onto your stencil, and then rinsing it out. So I have a few different items that we're going to try to put these on today. We're going to start with just a little onesie for a baby, and then we will move on from there. So today I am using some acrylic stencil paste from Folk Art. IkonArt has check their shop, but basically you're going to use an acrylic paint. So just know that that's what you're going to do. As in the last video, I am using this just because I wanted, last time if you remember, like some of my paints, acrylics were loose. So I just wanted to see what a paste would do. So a thick acrylic paint will work just as well. So anyways, from here, I'm going to put this down so you guys can see. And we're just going to do this. So these have a backing on them. So you're going to have to take the backing off. And all of my nails are like really messed up right now. You're going to pull that backing off. In this shirt, I have a piece of cardboard just so that the the paint doesn't go through. I kind of folded the shirt and put a crease in it so that I'd know where the middle was. And I want this to just go up and down the kid's back. It says an attitude of gratitude. So I'm going to do that. And as I told you in the last video, I like to use just a little bit. Anywhere that I think the design is close to an edge, I like to use a little bit of painter's tape. So I won't put painter's tape here because it's kind of thick. And I won't put it up here or down there just because there's quite a bit of it. So that being said, I just need to, I'll just go ahead and use white, my little squeegees here. All of this will be in the description box below. And you don't want to put too much because then you're wasting your paint or your paste. So I'm going to start with just that and see how far it goes. And so like I said, you're just putting it outside of the image, and then you're just going to drag it through the image. So, and that is really, and this cardboard is interesting because it has the corrugated pieces in it, so it's kind of doing a little lumpy thing. So I guess that's something to be aware of. Make sure your cardboard is a tight piece of cardboard, so that you can get into all of those nooks and crannies. So that, like, really, that's it. So bam, and that is on there. So that dries, and you clean out this stencil, and that is that. So I'm gonna back this up a little bit but show you there. So we have our attitude for gratitude on the back, and then on the front, once it dries, I'm gonna put grateful across the front. So now I am using a piece of wood. Same thing. Get the backing of my other one so I remember what back goes to what. So like I said, you're just gonna place it where you want it. So the purple is supposed to be textile. It has, like I said, a more stickier backing to me. So this, I won't use painter's tape because there's nowhere to put it, right? So again, you're going to put that paint just above it and just kind of figure out what you think you'll need, because you can always add more, but you don't want to waste it if you don't have to. So again, you're just going to slide that across, and this I may need a lot more. So you're just sliding that across. You could once you have it where you want it, like I could have put some more on here. See, this definitely a tighter grip on my piece of wood here. So there you have it. Thank you, you're awesome, and I think you guys are awesome, so thank you for watching me. Do a planner. With this planner, we're going to play with some color a little bit here. Okay, and so just gonna stick that there like that. And you know, anything with a curve, you got the potential to have that thing bubbling and giving it a chance to go underneath. So for this one though, I am going to use a few different colors here so that you can see how I did like the multicolored cowl in the last video, just because that got cut off. Okay, you see that? I'll do that way so you guys can see it. So I am just putting little drops of color yeah. All right, so this one, take my squeegee and I'm just gonna work this down, but then I'm gonna grab another color so another color can go in there, and then, you know, move those colors around. The only thing about this is when I've done this is you got to make sure you don't do it too much, because then it muddies the colors and then you lose the effect. So I think I got all the pieces there. All right, so, and then pulling that off. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. I got issues, y'all. But look at that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, oh man, that's gorgeous. And you can do that on shirts. You can do that on just any of the substrates that I have already shown you. So you can mix your colors like that. And like I said, it just turns out so good. Here's a mason jar. So we'll do a little glass. I'm going to put this here. Alright, so again, on glass that's been painted, you just push that over here like this. And once you get everything covered, you can pull that up. Ooh, I mean, just the endless possibilities with this is amazing, you know, and like just what you could do is just, I'm just really excited about this product. And that kind of, because the paint is kind of bumpy, it's kind of giving it a raised look. So I really love that. Here's the last one. This paint is still kind of tacky because I painted this right before, so we're gonna see how this works out. Thanks. So here's that. And again, like I said, we're just gonna put a few different colors. And I mean, look how little, like this is just a little, I'm squeezing just where the top of the paint comes out. And then that's it. Like, I don't want too much more there. Okay, so again, my car was full. They don't want you to see this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my squeegee and I'm gonna go over it. Again, you can go over it a little bit, but don't mix it too much because then it muddies what you're trying to do and everything turns brown. And but this is going to be cute. Right here. Oh, I love it. Okay. So that goes with that. All right, so there is the last one. Okay, so I just have, and I am all over the place in this video, all over my house. But I just wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see it, like rinsing this off. I got a little heavy-handed in my rinsing, and I've taken out the inside of the first E. So you want to be careful, like not to rinse too much. So learning lesson. And hopefully I learn it so you don't have to. And then I just want to quickly go over, like, there's the rest of that. Grateful, and then the attitude of gratitude down the back. So like super cute. Now I just need somebody to give it to. Okay, So you have that little, so that's on a shirt. So you can use this for shirts. This is a glass mason jar that was painted. And like I said, just turned out so well. A pot to plant your plants in. Super duper cute. Love the colors. And like I said, wood. So big or small signs. Like, how cute is that? And then here is another piece of wood. So just amazing. Looking at my hands because I always have something on me. But like I said, just wanted to show you this IkonArt product. Again, I am an affiliate of IkonArt, so that information is below. You can use my code Procrastination DIY, get 15% off. With the versatility of this product and being able to make your own stencil, like, that is huge, and I absolutely love it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and now that I've done so, I'm gonna say please like again, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, so that you get notifications of the next video that is coming out. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you all the next time.